I am telling you that it is a rule. Anything can be crossover if you put enough effort into it. And I'm telling you, fans are not that insane, Trixie. Hello and welcome back to Fandom Fridays, where we proceed to check out all the fanfics that are not pulling related. Why? Because you just stepped into the middle of a really interesting conversation. See, Trixie and Twilight over here are discussing weird crossovers and how crossovers can happen anytime in a fanfiction. And it's quite an interesting discussion. What? Okay, let's start. Weirdest crossover that actually worked. Ponies and Fallout. See, if you put in your effort and try hard, but still, it's gotta be a fan type of thing, and I don't think fans are that insane. I mean, you wouldn't be seeing a Supernatural and Dragon Ball Z crossover, would you? Actually, Twilight, there is. What? What? Mm-hmm. And that's what we're going to discuss today. So, please join us here at the Treeberry Memorial Library as we are proudly able to present The Saiyan Winchester by Sailor Dragon Ball 87. Enjoy! The Saiyan Winchester by Sailor Dragon Ball 87. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Chapter 1, The New Arrival. June 4th, 1983, Lawrence, Kansas. You are there. In the early evening, John and Mary Winchester were on their way home, taking a 1-month-old Sam to the doctor for a checkup. He was asleep in his car in the back seat of his parents' black 1967 Chevrolet Impala, traveling on a road in Lawrence, Kansas. His 4-year-old big brother sat to his left. He was staring solemnly out the window, as if searching for something. All of a sudden, he saw something in the sky. He pointed towards it and said, "Look! What's that?" Only Mary looked at the object, because John was driving. "No duh, Ryder!" Now what could that be? She wondered. "I don't know, but it sure is pretty," she remarked. At first, mother and son could only marvel at the sight. They realized it was heading straight for them, so he said with Worthy, "You know, it would be prettier if it wasn't heading straight for us! Slow down!" She knew it wouldn't hit them, but if her husband could decrease his speed. No sooner had John took his foot off the gas than the object hit the left side of the road. Whoa, jeez! He swerved and jammed on the brakes. Somewhere between the sharp swerving of the car and the screeching of the brakes, poor Sammy woke up and started wailing. The object skipped like a stone on a wire, disturbing the fence post upon its initial impact, before coming to a stop on the other side of the road. On the opposite side of the road was another fence, which was promptly crashed into. It created 15-foot gouge in the earth. It came to a rest in a cow field. "What was that?" John asked himself. Unknown to the Winchesters, what they thought was a meteorite was actually a spherical spaceship about 5.5 feet tall. It was carrying a single passenger. A male infant with a unique hairstyle that defied gravity was strapped into the pod. Even though the boy was properly secured in his booster seat, whoever strapped the booster seat in the pilot's seat made an error. When the ship skidded upon landing, it flipped so that the top of the door was pointing downwards at a 42-degree angle. So, the baby's booster was hanging out the side, pulled down by gravity. "What the hell?" John said breathlessly, staring at the crash with a mixture of disbelief and relief that the object didn't hit them. This moment made him realize how precious his family really is. Thank you for that aside, author. We're really glad we had that. Mary proudly stirred his arm. "John Winchester, I believe you owe a nickel in the jar. Now, keep talking like that. The boys are going to pick up on it. I don't want to be stuck in a house with 3 potty mouths." John got out a tired sigh and put an expressive annoyance. He hated when she chewed him out on the issue of his language, but still loved her. "Oh man, not that again." John rolled his eyes in exasperation. "All right, sorry, I'll be more careful." That promise didn't last as long as Mary had hoped. She wouldn't be around in 3 months to remind her to keep his language in check. Dude! Spoilers! As the dust from the impact settled, John and Mary realized that the object wasn't a meteorite, but a spherical spaceship. The couple was faced with puzzled looks. "What do you suppose that is?" Mary asked with a quizzical look on his face. "Hell if I know, but I'm sure gonna find out," he said with a determined voice. He got out of the car before his wife could bring up the issue of his language. "John!" I'm glaring at you very, very maliciously. Seriously, what is even the hell? It's simple grammar, and what really takes me off is that this guy's been doing it pretty dang well so far. Steve began, but he had already gotten out of the car and started to walk towards the crash site. I'll just wait here then, Steve said out loud to nobody in particular. What else am I going to do? She remarked to herself. She climbed to the back seat, which was a bench seat, with the boys, who were both crying heavily now. Sammy was in the middle, and Dean was on the left. He had to take 3 strips to the trunk before he realized he didn't have a weapon, and Mary didn't let him keep guns around. John swiftly turned and jumped into the trunk of the Impala to get a tool that could be used as a weapon. First he grabbed the tire iron, but he quickly managed to flaw in that plan. The Impala contained an evil, monstrous alien, and it got the tire iron away from him. Crazy might try to throw it at him, and it would spin like a ninja throwing star. If John was going to be hit, he'd rather be hit once instead of twice from the spinning protrusions of the tire iron. Ooh, another idea. He scolded himself as he winced at the possible outcome. So he decided on a crowbar. This is insanely stupid, dangerous, and insanely exciting at all the same time. He mused in his head. He approached the spaceship with great interpretations. Signs like this that made him appreciate his merits more. He might live or die tonight, depending on whether the passenger of the Mel Spear was malevolent or benevolent. Please don't be a bad alien. Please don't be a bad alien. Please don't be a bad alien. He pled silently. He came closer to the spacecraft, and the remaining haze lifted. He could just make out a human figure holding out a rifle at the spacecraft. Chapter 2. Introducing Eric Winchester. John came home from work at a late hour. He told his wife not to wait up for him. You know, there needs to be a comma or a splice here. Gotta help your sentence. She was upstairs in bed, fast asleep, casting what said I she could. Taking care of 2 babies didn't allow much of it. He didn't want to wake her, so he decided to relax in front with a beer and watch the good old westerns. She needed to rest, he told himself. It's for the best. John went from the refrigerator to the easy chair. He smiled as he thought of how his family gained that extra baby. John caught flashback. Ow! Kind of extraneous flashback, don't you think? John was constantly walking towards the craft, all the while worried for the safety of his family. This should not be happening, and I should definitely not be doing this. Sadly, John Winchester was a fan of Superman and was kind of hoping that this would be a Kryptonian baby. Of course. Of course is a type of hairstyle, man. He was scared. He was a man with a family, who both needed and was expected to protect him. Soon the man seen through the haze holding a rifle was the owner of the property the ship landed on. The man heard John approaching behind him and whirled around with his rifle ready for protection. He pointed at John, ready to defend his property. Whoa! Hello there, cowboy. Put it down, son. John quickly replied. He feigned fear in his voice, because he knew this man. Hey, Jim. How's it going? John gave his old friend a bro hug. Relieved to see a friendly face at a time like this. Jim B. wore an unbuttoned red shirt with 3/4 leaves with floating jeans, blue capris on the cuffs of the lacy yellow shafts, green flip-flops, and a yellow straw hat with a white rim that had a ribbon across the crown of the hat. Wait. What? No, that description sounds like Luffy's outfit, but it makes no sense. He has a scar under his right eye. What? Traced along his eye socket, 2 smaller scars that divided the main scar into thirds. Those are stitches. There were also 2 scars in the shape of a perfect white X on his chest. He had black hair and dark eyes. Why, Luffy? Why is there a Luffy description? Why do we have random Luffy? Vic, I think you're starting to lose your place here. Please bring it back. Amazing, he said with a smirk, but it'd be a whole lot better to see what's on my property. What do you think it could be? Some kind of space junk? He said with a sigh. Well, it's more like a space pod to me. If whatever is inside this thing, I hope it's another Superman and not some evil alien. Assume that's why you brought that. He gestured towards his friend's gun as Jim nodded. Wait a minute. Is Superman canon in this world? Is he here? As he brandishes his crowbar. Back at the car. Ow! Stupid whiplash! Mary was sitting in the back of the Impala with her sense when she saw a flash of orange out the rear driver's side window, but thought nothing of it. She went back to gushing over Sammy until a tap of the glass startled her. She gasped, but was relieved that she saw who it was. Oh, please God, not another overly long paragraph-long description. New writers, don't do this! Alright, if you must describe a character's outfit, try to keep it to 1 to 2 sentences. We do not need a full-on paragraph of what everything they wore. Alright, it slows your story down. It slows the tale down and takes your audience out of the narrative. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed newcomer wore a tracksuit. Vic, please stop with the random cameos. You're not RK Striker. You're not good at it. The Steiner's jacket was black on the top of the hat. The sleeves, a 1-inch ribbon on the other side of the zipper around the base of the jacket. Anything that wasn't black was orange, as were the pants. There was a black pocket strapped to the right leg with white bands of khaki-colored tassel on the opposite side. Yeah. He wore black soft-covered sandals that seemed like boots that came around 2 inches above his ankle bow. He had no toe box and matchy shoes. There was a circular patch gray on top of a round swirl on his left shoulder. He wore a black headband behind his head that made a metal plate that was in front and engraved with a smaller swirl in the left corner. The swirl it had a point on the other side of the swirl. He also had 3 scratch marks on the side of his cheeks, like whiskers. Okay. Why does normal human Naruto look like his manga counterpart? His outfit makes no sense. His whiskers make no sense because, do you know why he has whiskers? It's because he's a freaking Kyuubi! Oh, yeah, and his Koha Ninja headband makes no sense! Mary climbed in the front seat to open the door to the traveler. Goodness, Jack Daniel. And that name's stupid. He almost gave me a heart attack. Mary gave him a sweet smile. I apologize for that, ma'am. It's called the enter button. Learn it, use it, stick to it. So, what seems to be the problem? Car trouble? He asked. No, nothing like that. I hate to be stuck out here at night, she added with a shiver. Raised as a hunter, she knew all too well what lurked at night. Dean and I saw something in the sky. It hit the road. Jack, don't you come back. No more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. John swerved and missed it when it hit the road. And now John's taking it out back there. Did we really need this paragraph? Did we really need this flashback? Mary explained. Uh-oh. That's not good news, Jack told himself. Train of thought was one that valued the privacy of the community. He knew that Jim would want to cover it up ASAP. So what brings you to these parts this fine evening? Why was he even dressed up like Naruto? There's no reason. I was jogged when I started getting tired. My friend Jose Quiero. Real creative names, everybody. Is this person trying to become a mangaka? Pickett to give me a ride. Jack gestured to Jose's silver 1975 pickup, which was headed in the opposite direction that the Winchesters were. Jack waved to Jose and motioned for him to come over and meet Mary. Jose was a Hispanic man with shaggy black hair, brown eyes, and a Fu Manchu mustache. He was wearing a blue unbuttoned shirt that had short white sleeves and a white collar, a short-sleeved black undershirt that attracted to the green-blue jeans, a brown belt, white sneakers on the black sides, and a red circle on the top of each side. Green fingerless gloves that were accented with lighter green, and a red cap that was matching veil with a white front strange symbol on it. Phew! Now that I got that out of the way, Jack stepped aside to introduce Jose to the Winchester matriarch. Mary, this is Jose. Jose, Mary. The newcomer flipped his hat with one hand, while shaking Mary's hand with the other. It's a pleasure, ma'am, Jose said with a slight Mexican accent. Same here. These are my sons, Dean, who's 4, and Sam, who's 6 weeks. It's very important you knew these ages. Dean waved at Jose through the window. As Jose smiled and started racing at baby Sam. Jose, I'm really curious what that is. We'll see you fell to Earth before the government takes away, Jack remarked. Want to go check it out with me, or back and wait in your truck? Yes. Sir, let's go. See you in the air, Mary. I think, Jose said. Bye, Mary replied. Vic, were you trying to cross over Pokemon in Naruto? No. Then don't have your characters freaking dress up as them! Okay, and universe, the outfits make sense. But out of universe, no! Their outfits do not make any sense! It doesn't match up, it doesn't link up. Why is it there? It just... Ah! You know, maybe the brother's right. Maybe good supernatural crossovers are few and far between. Maybe there is a rare as a freaking good Sailor Moon crossover. With Jim and John tightened his grip on the crowbar as the door to the craft started to open when Jack and Jose woke up. Compressed air hissed from the cabin and wait a minute! Didn't 5 minutes ago you already say it was open? It escaped into the atmosphere. After Jack introduced Jose, Jim volunteered to see what was inside because he was the only one with the firearm at the ready. The door of the craft couldn't fully open due to the way the thing had landed. The door was able to open completely, despite the earth that was blocking its way. The top of the door would gouge its way into the earth. However, the door had been able to open just enough to see and allowed Jim to peer inside. That was some very helpful information, Vic. Thank you so much. The boy in the craft was still knocked out from hitting his head on the edge of the pilot's chair into the crash with enough force that would kill a human baby. Baby? Hey, there's a baby in here. I'll need some help getting him out. Could you guys give me a hand? Jim explained. I really hate you, Vic, right about now. As he got on top of the craft and used his gun as a lever, John used the crowbar to scrape away the earth that deemed preventing the door from opening. Jose ran back to his truck and grabbed a large hoe. No, that's just wrong. Don't grab hoes. Leave hoes behind. The previous day, helping a friend in their garden, and a trial project to hose. Mary stepped in front of Sammy's rear-facing car seat and pushed the driver's seat forward. She stepped in front of Dean so she could hold the door open. Jose, what is it? What the heck is that thing? There's a baby inside that pond. I don't know what will happen to him, but I've got to take him out. I think the door won't open all the way. Jose said quickly before running back to the crash site. Oh my, that poor child, so far from home. What kind of monster bans a helpless baby like that? We can't let the government find that child. He'll be dissected. No, vivisected. There's a difference. Mary thought as she returned to the backseat of her boys. Her mind was going to the worst-case scenario, like any good mother would. And a thought entered her head. If John and I take that baby in, I'll make sure that never happens. We're perfectly qualified to take in an additional child. I don't know about Jose, but I know Jack's a bachelor, and Jim has a family and a farm to take care of. Mommy! Dean said to get her attention. He heard what Jose said, and seemed to have been ashamed trials of his mother. If we adopt a baby, we can take care of him until the parents go get him. I may be 4 years old, but somehow I understood what adoption means. Don't ask how. I don't think this Vic remembered what type of story he was trying to tell anymore. So great to see him showing compassionate age. Felt like Dean was going to grow up to be a very wise man. Bless your heart, sweetie. That's just what I was thinking. But we don't know if the baby's parents will come at all, she said with a smile. All the more reason to You're 4 years old. How do you know what the word adopt means? Come on, Mommy. It'll be fun. And then after that, we could start talking about the stock market, and then we could proceed to talk about philosophy and the observations of life and death. It was really hard to say no to those gorgeous green eyes. Unfortunately, it's your father that has the final say. His mother replied, "Could you ask him, please?" Dean played him some more. That did. Mary decided to do anything necessary to get John to accept the idea of adopting this alien child. So he draped a baby blanket over a youngest child to shield him from the sun, which was shining bright through the rear window of the Impala. Wait here and watch over your brother. I'll go talk to your father, she told Dean. This noon had Dean celebrating yes, he said aloud. With that, Mary pushed the passenger seat forward and exited through the passenger side door. As she shut the door, she looked at her boys and said, "Love you both." Dean replied, "Love you too." "Sam, I want to talk to you about how to invest your money wisely now." "Good. Now come on. We must all learn how to invest at an early age." Mary had a big smile on her face as he closed the door and walked past the car door towards the crash site. "Here goes nothing," she told herself.
Curiosity got the better of you, huh?
John asked in a playful manner. "No, actually, I want to discuss this alien baby." After Jose got the hole out of the truck, I asked him what was in the ship. When Dean heard, he immediately asked if we could adopt the baby. Don't ask how he knew what adoption means at that age. I was already thinking the same thing. We could protect the child from the government. We could create an identity for him and raise him as our own. Dean was really excited about adding another baby to the family. So am I. What do you say? Mary asked as Jim was finally able to get inside the craft, because he was the skinniest of the men that were present. This worried her, because she was worried that Jim got the baby out of the ship before John agreed to take care of the baby. Jim would adopt him. That's why she put out her best idea puppy dog eyes. "Please let this work." John was visibly wearing down, and, although he was worried about what the child could do, looked at his older son peering out the back window of Impala. John's emotions got the better of him, and he fatally caved. He let out a sigh.
All right, we'll adopt the baby.
He has earned the world's biggest hug from his wife.
I hope I don't regret this,
he told himself. So he did a silly victory dance, which made John laugh. Dean certainly picked the outcome of his parents' conversation. Jim was able to cut the straps that held the baby's booster seat in the pilot seat. Winchesters walked up to the craft together, ready to receive their new infant.
"Hey, Jim, chuck it!" Phew!
John was the first to speak.
"Yeah," was the reply. "We decided to."
John stopped talking when they noticed something curled around the boy he was sitting on. It was brown, furry, and appeared to be moving. A tail! What's more, the baby was naked. Well, I should hope he wasn't wearing any clothes inside that space pod.
Oh, crap, that could be a problem,
thought John. Mary seemed to understand the skeptical look on his face. She caught her around his arm. "We could have it removed," she said quietly. She wasn't about to let that prevent them from taking the child.
"Right. Bring the chainsaw."
The couple turned back to Jim and the baby and finished their sentence from earlier.
"We decided to take the child."
The other men present looked shocked, because the Winchesters already had two children. One of them was less than a year old. "Are you sure, you two? You have two kids under 4. One of us is still a baby. Are you sure you can handle it?" Jack wondered aloud. "Yeah," agreed Jim, who should really stop talking his conversation with his friend. It means a really big responsibility. You shouldn't bite more off than you choose. Jose nodded to agree. John gave his wife a cocky grin as she rolled her eyes at their friends, thinking, "Oh boy, I thought I'd say that."
"We'll manage,"
assured John. Then Mary spoke up. "We'll be okay. We're already both qualified to prepare to take care of a baby. Thank you for your concern, but we'll be fine." Jim walked forward with the baby into the booster seat.
"Congratulations, it's a boy,"
he said as he handed the boy over to the new parents. "Thanks!" The couple sang in unison, were grinning from ear to ear. "Now he just needs a name," thought Mary. Jim, Jack, and Jose all clapped, which caused the baby to wake up. "Why did you wake the poor baby up?"
"He'll only get to bed. We'll clean him," said Jim. "You sure?"
John asked him. He and his friends all knew enthusiastically. Unfortunately, they nodded so hard that their heads flew off. Winchester's turned to leave, but John turned back to the group.
"Before we go, do you think we could help us remove his tail? Other than that, he looks human. Bring out the axe."
Christine's looks of understanding. "Sure," Jim said, taking his pocket knife out of a can. "I'll see right back to the truck to get a first aid kit for the truck and some hand sanitizer." You know, I never could figure out why people ask what happened to Trunks and Goten's tail. I mean, Bulma knows what happened with the whole entire moon incident. See what how Trunks' tail cut off so fast it wouldn't be funny. The boy started his booster seat. He opened his blurry eyes to see faces of a woman with long blonde hair and a man with neat brown hair smiling back at him. He was wearing a lacy, sleeveless blue blouse and wearing a hunter green shirt. He already used the light green shirt to cover the baby up. They were both wearing blue jeans, and Mary's was lighter than John's. "Thank you for telling me their outfits. I'm so glad you spent 5 minutes telling me this." Baby started to cry, so Mary asked John to hold the booster seat so she could take the boy out and calm him down. "Shh, it's okay. Mommy's here." Mary whispered while craning and bouncing him. After about a minute, she laid him on her shoulder and patted his back. This was the baby's first personal contact ever.
Atta girl, what a pro, her husband thought. Maybe this baby will be good for our marriage.
Jose returned from his truck with the first aid kit and the hand sanitizer, and used some himself before coming back and handed it to Jim. Promptly applied it to his hands while Jose held the kit and a knife. Jim then took the knife back and poured sanitizer on it, and cauterized it and made sure it was really hot. He came from behind the boy with his knife as Mary held him, gripped the boy's tail, which made the boy tense up and whimper. Because Jim realized that there were nerves in the tail, he didn't like to see the little guy in pain, decided to stroke the tail, get him to relax. Brrr! The boy adored cubely, and soon the euphoric feeling that came over him was great enough to dull the pain of his tail, make it a semi-dull pinch. Jose then rested the tail on the kit and held it open so Jim could give Mary the scars to stem the bleeding of the baby's tail stub. So once in the paw, Mary asked her husband, "What do you think we should call him?"
John smirked. How about Clark?
He asked jokingly. His wife looked down, with a sort of deadpan expression, her eyebrows raised. "Really? Does he think that's cliché?" John chuckled.
I'm kidding,
He replied. You know what? Why not just have your whole entire freaking story in a full-on paragraph instead of trying to space it out? Apparently you forget it. Apparently you think the error button is just a suggestion rather than a rule. Mary just rolled her eyes and thought, oh boy. Why don't we name him Henry, after your father? Sammy's named after my father, and Dean's after my mother, Mary suggested. The water boy's name was obviously a Mexican form of that eternal grandmother, Dina. Thank you, Vic. We've seen the show. We know. John turned to her with a straight face, looked at her eyes, and screamed, no way in hell. John would never name a son after that bastard walked down on his mother when he was 4. He slowly shook his head. Mary got the message. How do you feel about Eric? Mary responded. What do you think about that? John asked. It's your middle name. This is what happens when you don't space your paragraph. You have no idea who's talking. What? What? I won't. What? I'll read this entire thing and not use a single name. No. I won't even use my voices. Let's see if you get confused. How do you feel about Eric? What do you think of that? It's your middle name, remember? See, that's what happens when you don't press that stupid error button. Arrgh! It's not even that hard. It's right there. It's right next to the quotation mark. In big, bright, shining letters. It says, Enter. Why don't you guys ever press the error button when that happens? Do you think it's just that is a suggestion more than a rule? No, it is not. You have to press Enter every time there is a new speaker. It is a rule. I'm pretty positive it's one of the 10 Commandments.
Moses, I will give you 10 commandments, plus 1 extra one. 1 extra one, my lord? Yes. Thou shalt press the enter button every time there's a new freaking speaker. Don't ask why, just trust me, it'll become a very important commandment later on.
Although, maybe it just got broke when he walked down from the path.
Behold, I brought 11! Crack! 10! 10 commandments!
Her husband mentally facepalmed. He never bothered to remember the middle names. He always considered them irrelevant. When it came to naming their children, he always left the middle names to Mary.
Eric Kripkite Winchester. Yeah, I like the sound of that. So, do you want to give him one of the middle names or what?
Mary thought a little while as she proceeded to press the passenger child. Gabriel, she said.
That sounds good to me. Fuck you.
John opened the passenger side door and slid the front passenger seat forward so he could get to the back seat. So he slid the passenger side then?
Sounds perfect to me.
Thank you for agreeing twice. Wow, deja vu.
Deja vu!
What?
Deja vu. That means that means the Matrix changed something.
Oh, for crying out loud again. Look, guys. If we could grab any weapon we want and we could use a program to get anything we need, I got a perfect way to have it. I got something that the agents will never be able to dodge.
Mr. Is that an MX missile?
That's this. Flip needing to be the one. I just need a few good rocket launchers. Mary grabbed Sammy's diaper bag from the floorboard as the passenger side walked to the driver's side. She opened the door, carefully laid Eric on the driver's seat, using it as a changing table. It was very helpful that she already had a child that required her to carry a diaper bag. When he was changed, she picked him up and sat in the driver's seat, swung her legs around and shut the door. No, Mary wasn't going to drive while holding her new infant. She swiveled in the seat and waited for her husband to secure the booster. It wasn't made to be a rear-facing car seat, unfortunately, so not trusting the front car seat to babies is Eric's size. She told John to sit back seat and hold the baby. They found a car seat to borrow the next day, so it took the kids to go shopping for a new one. And this flashback couldn't be used in the previous chapter. Why? I just still love it when a fanfic takes extra time for a random as all get out flashback that could have easily been put in a new chapter, or playing some random ass characters that really didn't need to show up. John had fallen asleep in the easy chair with the TV on and was holding a beer. He was a hold beer? Bing! Hi, Mary. I'm a beer. Was resting on his knee. Mary was asleep in John's bed. She was wine. Bing! Hi, John. I'm wine bottle. Was awakened by the sound of Sammy crying to my monitor. Beer, she asked softly, wondering if he could go take care of the baby's needs. He was the only one in bed. I'll take care of it, she said to nobody in particular. She got out of bed and walked to the nursery. In the room, there was a man in shouts standing over Sammy's crib. John, she said to get his attention. Is Tammy all right? The salary man turned to his head, put his fingers to his lips and said, shh. Turned his head back to Sammy. Mary took that as a cue to go back to bed. Before leaving the room, she asked him, Do you need anything? The man raised his head again and said, No, go back to sleep. Mary turned back to the door, mumbling, Well, okay, Mr. Bossy. When I'm going to be good and ready, she thought. I'll check on Eric. The man sighed with aspiration. I know. I hoped we wouldn't have to do this. He turned around. You! She spat. Who? Me? Yes, you. Oh. Why are you here? Though the room was dark, a small silver moonlight illuminated his pupilless yellow eyes. Why, for the boy, of course. He saw Mary about to protest when he said, Relax. It's not like I'm going to kidnap him or anything. All I came to do was mark him for something greater and turn him evil. You know, that whole entire thing. In the name of my Father, the Spirit, the Holy Ghost. Mary looked down with venom in her eyes. Get me out of here! Get me out of here! You tricked me, she growled. It was you who killed my parents 10 years ago. You killed John while my father's by. When I made that deal to bring John back, you said you wanted to drop by the house in 10 years. I never imagined that this is what you had in mind. Could you please put a comma here and get me to relax? I don't guess how you could have known that I wanted Sam. The old demon, Azrael, just laughed and said, You know, if you really want to be creative with this whole entire idea of Goku being adopted by the Winchesters, this would have been a perfect time to change things. You know, having having Azrael go, Yes, Goku, Whee! Do you mind, you brat? And then when Azrael tries to silence baby Goku grabs Azrael by the hand, lifts him up, passes him on side to side, like a rag doll before throwing him out the window. Dang it, Goku's a game breaker in Supernatural. Venom. I simply have faith that you would have an infant son around this time. I checked out my locations and proceeded to do the calculations. Mary inched closer to Eric's crib while Azrael continued to turn back to Sammy once again. Babies are more malleable than the other children like Dean. So you see, had to be sweet little Sammy. He stressed the sweet little words, just to rub in the fact that he was able to get to Sammy. Just then, Eric, stirring in his crib, got the ass's attention. Uh-oh, Mary thought.
Oh my, well it's here. Looks like today's my lucky day. 2 for the price of 1. My father would be so pleased.
Mary stood between Eric and Asriel. Don't you dare go near him. Trust me, you don't want this. As Asriel started to laugh once more.
Oh, that's cute. You actually think that you could stand up to me.
Well, sorry to burst your bubble, my dear, but I'm afraid you're going to have to be around long enough to find out. Find out what? With that, Asriel telekinetically pinned her to a wall and opened a gas on her abdomen. This made Mary let out a blood-curdling scream. Woke John from her slumber.
Mary?
Mary! He sounded frantically as he tore up the stairs. When there were Mary, John, and Joseph, he then reached the landing, at the top of the stairs.
We know.
Staring at Sammy's room. He wanted to take them the babies first, because that's what his wife would do in this position. Hi, guys, he said in his voice. When the door of Sammy's crib, it slid down so he could reach his son. It's going to be okay. Reaching out a comforting hand on Sammy, John noticed a dark spot in the mattress by his son's head. It was probably concealed in shadow. The Winchester patriarch reached out to touch the spot to see what was something warm, wet, and dark dripped on his hand. Bigger spot than Sammy's mattress. When John looked up, he was literally floored when he saw. Oh, God! His wife was stuck to the ceiling as he was lying down, her left leg slightly bent, and her left leg bent to the left. Well, there's your problem. She has 2 left legs! Her arms were outspread, like her hands. It pointed away from her head. She was bleeding from a wound on her nightie, and her hair was swirled around her head. Oh, shoot, she's possessed by the exorcist, isn't she? Flames erupted from behind her around her sides. This is what blew John down to the floor. Stammy started to wail at this point. John finally stood. You guys know what's going to happen! Okay, I'm just gonna put the rest of this paragraph on fast forward. Beep! John finally stood up from his body on the floor, carried between Sammy's crib and the dresser. The Winchester patriarch frantically took his second-born son and turned towards the door. His eldest son ran out of the room as fast as he can. Daddy! One thing he was about to ask him, what was about to happen was that his fire hated his younger brother. Take your brother outside as fast as you can. Don't look back. Go, Dean. Dean was not understanding. John went back to the nursery to go get Eric. Destiny out to son's crib and looked inside. Eric was in his crib. So John looked around and found that Eric was lying face down on the floor unconscious. Of course, John was worried to death about his son. There was no time to think about that now. He grabbed Eric and bolted out the room, downstairs, and out the front door. Dean saw Dustin from the front door, step around to watch the fire. His brother was still in his arms. Dean was standing too close to the fire for John's comfort. It was a good thing that the adult stars were big enough to seal a small baby in front of them, because that's what he had to do. John held Eric in one arm while looking at Dean around the waist of the other. All the while, Dean didn't drop Sammy. Good thing, too, because moments before, a fireball blew out the nursing window. Sarah Crane constantly smiling and standing. The next few minutes, it flew by fast. The Lawrence Fire Department came out. Jim, Jack, Jose, I think. He offered their condolences and offered their services for babysitting, grocery runs, room and boarding Sarah. All John could do was sit on the hood of the Apollo and cry, but he couldn't let the tears fall. He had to stay strong for the boys. I miss Mommy, said Dean in a voice that melted your heart. So do I, buddy, Saw said in a sinking voice. Phew! Chapter 2 The Striga and the Shikyu Part 1 John's POV. Oh! Writers, do not put a random POV changes in your story like this. Ow! It just messes with the mind. And yes, I know, I've read Broken Steel, but you know what? I miss Broken Steel. I walked up to the back porch that belonged to my old friend, Missouri. I knew my boys were looking at me. From what he told me on the phone, they were taking down some time after helping get rid of a poltergeist at our old home. Guess that's what she wanted to talk to me about. I was about to find out. Commas. You don't need to say I all the time when you're writing in first-person perspective. I've known her for a pretty long time, since December 17th, 1983. Thank you for letting me know this, John.
Well, here goes nothing.
I thought as I raised my balled-up hand to the door. Not once, but I heard her holler, I'm a-coming, so don't be long. Missouri started talking to me before she opened the door. Glad you're coming to make it, she said cheerfully as she opened the doorway. She was a heavy-set African-American woman in a flowy brown blouse, white cotton pants, and white sneakers. Come on in, she said with a smile as she held the screen door open. Thank you kindly, Missouri. You're not seeing this, but I'm pressing the enter button as much as possible just to make up for the fact that apparently the author center button broke.
wanted to ask you something about what happened to the boys when I were investigating the poltergeist.
I looked there like I looked at Dean. I walked in on that strike attacking Sammy back in '89.
What happened?
I answered the same serious tone I used with Dean. Well, I wasn't expecting. It sure was strange, she said, shaking her head.
How so?
I asked, intrigued. Okay, you know what? If this Vic isn't going to try your paragraph, neither am I. John, the poltergeist was his only spirit in the house. Mary was there too. My heart jumped. Mary was still there. I just had to go see her.
I had to woo that ghost.
So you see, she wants her to take a seat. At a girl, I thought. Yada yada yada. Does he say anything? Might set some light on the yellow-eyed demon. Yes, she did. Bloody, bloody, blah. Moving on to the next paragraph. I'll tell you what, Vic. If you don't want to paragraph all this, here, let me show you. I'm going to do you a favor. Since you don't want to paragraph every time there's a new speaker, every time you're going to do that little annoying bit, I'm going to skip a whole entire freaking page. Let's start.
Did she say anything?
I asked Missouri, always finding some light on the L.I. demon. I stepped back to reality and asked,
Did she say who the baby was?
She nodded. Eric Winchester. He's the baby you and Mary adopted together.
I know. I was there.
Wait a minute. Your boy's there. I looked at her with a puzzled look.
What happened to him? How come I don't remember him?
Wait. You forgot your adopted son? What? Okay, maybe I will, because this is going to be really interesting. Because I think I just have kind of a massive story moment that's going to be stupid. John, I don't know. There's no adoption record to track him down with, because you found him by Jim B's farm, so he knows about Eric as well. So does Jack Jose. She says he found the boy in a pod. He looks human with mess of hair to stick out all angles, except for a brown furry tail to she had removed.
I was in shock. Well, I'll be damned. A tail? A mess of hair? Next phrase Son Goku and Shiku to a T. From the World Martial Arts Tournament that I used to watch on the TV with the boys.
It's the only person I could think of, besides Jim, Jack, and Jose in Missouri, that might be able to provide some information that could help me find Eric. Hell, he might even be Eric, assuming my adopted son's a lot. What happened to your adopted son? Wait. You mean you set up this interesting premise to... No. You wouldn't be so stupid as to set up a really, really interesting premise only to ditch it just to rewrite the entire series. No. You did not do that, Vic.
Eric, how do you only get away to Shiku?
I know a smile crept under Missouri's face. I knew what she was thinking. I had to stay in America to track down the Yellow Demon. I did some digging to do.
You're curious about him, right?
I asked. Of course.
I was worried about the little guy.
Who's talking? Is that you, God? He was either with Dean or he found us there. He always talked about as much as he did the other boys. I haven't seen him since about '94. Must have disappeared around that time. Why? I can't remember how. That's why... can't help you there.
I stood up. Well, sounds like a plan to me.
I saw her smile and offered her my hand.
Uh-oh, I thought. That's not what I meant. You happen to be in town. There's a case. Call me, Bobby Singer, or Rufus Turner. Bobby can't take it out. He has an arsenal of hundreds of numbers to go check it out. He'll call any one of those numbers except for Rufus. I don't know the details, but two of those communications around the incident in Omaha. I'll talk about that. I told her I got a response. Missouri gave me a sweet, welcoming smile. You thank Father game plans earlier. For now, let's catch up. You get comfortable, I'll make some tea, she told me. I told her about a scene in the same room. I told her to learn about the day in my head. Mary and I adopted an alien child. We named him Eric Graver Winchester. Sam and Dean and I all forgot about him. How? Why? How? What? A memory from might be, or related to Son Goku Chikyu. Son Goku of human? I felt excited about and frustrated. He was taken from me and the boys, and we couldn't remember them all. You're not the only one who's getting frustrated, John! John was sitting on a sofa, patterned with pink and yellow roses with green leaves, in front of his friend Missouri. He knew his boys were. Oh, God, not a. Oh! Seen Whiplash! Ow.
Hello. Trixie Little Moon here of Martial Art for Users channel. We are having a pretty good time, aren't we? Trixie knows we are. But we're here to talk about a very, very severe disease. It's called Saiyan Whiplash. Apparently, authors had this weird idea that we should suddenly change perspectives from first person to no perspective suddenly in your fic. This hurts the reader as it gives them whiplash. Please, if you call now, we can promptly put a stop to this horrendous practice and proceed to put every pony who dares to try this practice up and send them flying into the moon. Thank you. As she closed the door, she said, John Winchester, what kind of father are you? Does you want to talk to your boys?
No, 'cause I'm a jerk.
He looked down with scolding and glare as he walked to the massive armchair opposite Dawn. She sat the TC had been carrying a coffee table before she sat down and lifted his head to face her. Missouri kept her word. The next day she packed up and wanted another trip and let her neighbors know that she would be gone indefinitely. Toodles! She applied for a passport to GQ. And John, why not say Nippon or Japan? John has connections to push her application through the bureaucratic red tape so she can get through as soon as possible. When Missouri had to wait for something to happen, she would usually be a bundle of nerves, truly occupy herself, swaying at bored. However, the importance of the mission that John gave her, and understanding the processes involved in preparation for the trip, she was able to somewhat relax and read up on GQ while she waited to receive her passport. Missouri's POV. That's John Winchester. Sounds an angel. He uses connections to get my passport and application through the approval process in just 6 days. I got on the 7th day, and on the 7th day she rested, and left for GQ the next day. It was a very uneventful flight with minimal turbulence, except for that one guy who was yelling about there was something on the wing. After laughing and retrieving my luggage, getting my currency converted to Seni, I went out to the airport and got in the cab that I had called for. I was a little surprised to see an anthropomorphic pig as a cabbie. What? I still prepared for it, because I read about the anthros around here while I was reading for my passport. His uniform looked like a policeman, except it was green. Oolong's outfit is not exactly a policeman. More like something akin to Communist China outfit. You do watch Dragon Ball, right? Right. What is it? I'm conflicted. So I use Oolong's Japanese voice or Oolong's American voice? I mean, on the one hand, I want to use his American voice because that's the one that everybody's expecting. On the other hand, Oolong was actually 12 years old in the Japanese version, so his Japanese voice is more fitting. Let's just go with his American voice. That's what everybody wants. Alright. But I gotta admit, my weeboo side is showing with this one. Where to? Asked the cabbie as he helped out put my bags in his trunk. I noticed his accent sounded like that from someone from Chicago. Oolong is just right now seeing an African American woman stepping out, and he is not thinking dirty thoughts. I don't care too much. I'll be staying at the. Just once, I would love to visit these English teachers who teach these people how to write and promptly ask them why did they leave out the whole entire press the enter button for a new speaker part of English. Sixth grade, people. I learned this in sixth grade. And I knew this. I was going to sneeze that. Shish, Joe. I face sneeze. Gesundheit. He offered me a tissue. One look at his eyes and told me he wasn't possessed. Thank you, I said before blowing my nose unnecessarily. You wouldn't happen to know Son Goku by any chance, would you? I asked the cabbie. Goku? Yeah, we're great friends, he replied. Again, of all the roles I could imagine Oolong, cab driver is not one of them. Good, this'll help me, I thought. Do you know where he lives? Sure, I can take you to him. Okay, Vic, if we're trying to say that the world of Dragon Ball is happening on our Earth, then I have a question about the supernatural world. You see, Arcade Striker, with his whole entire 3 New Senshi and having the Senshi there, and having Dragon Ball happen there, that makes sense. Because it's also a world with Justice League, a very nice version of Shinji Ikari who actually grew up normal, and the Senshi and Jedi. I'm okay with that. Answers make sense there. But this is supernatural. We're expecting that this is supposed to be a very down-to-earth, normal version of our world. So, please tell me how come Anthros aren't walking around in the supernatural world? Oh, Trixie has a strange feeling that this whole entire thing's going to hurt your head. Me too. I was over the moon and back, so excited to see if my hunch about Goku and Eric being the same person were correct. Now one step closer to finding him. And you still haven't explained to me how come they got separated. After I checked back in the hotel, could you take me back to him? I came here from America. I'm missing for a friend. Trying to help find his adopted son, Eric. As he shut the trunk, I got back to the back seat on the passenger's side. He got into the same seat. So, what's your name? It was about a 20-minute car ride to the hotel. On the way, Oolong and I talked about how he came to know Goku. I learned that Oolong used to be a bad guy, and Goku helped him turn his life around. By turning his life around, you mean that Bulma kind of messed with his body. I talked about what Eric was like and how he went missing. Oolong suggested that fortune teller Baba might be able to help me in my search, but she charges 100 million zenny for one reading. That's highway robbery. Hey, girl's got a big living, you know. Can't rely on that stupid brother of mine. Hey, you're trying to live here on a lone island and trying to get some cash. Besides, I don't have any money. Where did all your weddings from the martial arts tournament go? You still have very important pictures, don't you know? At the hotel, I got checked in. I got my luggage to my room and drew the curtains to my side. My word, Miss Siri, these are very lovely drawings of curtains. Then Oolong dropped me into a mountainous area called Mount Pazu and address 439 East District. We came upon a dome house with shady symbols on the side, the smoke coming from the chimney. Looks like Chi-Chi's been cooking. Try not to cringe while you see Goku eat, warned Oolong. I'll keep that in mind. I went to the door and knocked. A dark-eyed woman in a purple Chinese outfit with gold trim and matching shoes answered it. We do not need to know what outfit Chi-Chi's wearing, thank you! Worse, but hair in a bun with straight-edged bangs and 2 longer strands of hair framing her face. Hello, can I help you? She asked me. I used the same face trick when I used with Oolong. She passed my test. Really? Chi-Chi isn't possessed? You know, all those times I watched Dragon Ball Z, I could have sworn she was. Is that a frying pan coming from Chi-Chi? I hope so. I'm looking for Son Goku, and I'm positive he can help me locate my friend's missing son. Look, you're better off going over to Capsule Corps. I'm pretty positive Bulma could do better. She was surprised. Oh my, how long has he gone missing? She asked. In the dining room, I saw a square wooden table with food. There were 4 chairs around the table. 2 of which had people sitting on them. One was a handsome young man whose eyes and hair colored Chi-Chi's, wore a red karate outfit Goku's outfit is orange. Well, no understand. Next to himself, a boy who had green sleeves and a yellow strap that wrapped around his shoulders was connected to himself just under his left shoulder. On his head was a red dye I could only describe as looking like a sailor's hat. A tiny orange ball with 4 stars on it was attached to the hat. I looked for their meal and food on their faces. Those two must eat like animals. Well, considering the fact that this is supposed to be early in Dragon Ball Z, Gohan wouldn't have his normal Saiyajin appetite at the moment. Goku, this is Missouri. When you finish eating, I think he needs to talk to you, said Titi with a smile. I'm only going to be nice here because I want to talk like Goku for a bit. Well, like he just talk to me now, Goku answered with a quizzical look on his face. Goku having a quizzical look on his face. Usual. I chose to speak up. I think what I might have caused you to choke. I decided to use the sneeze test again so Goku and Gohan could hear. They weren't possessed either. Please. As if a demon could actually get to excite Goku's body. Then again, since this is supernatural, I would love to see Lucifer show up and challenge Goku to a fight. You know, Lucifer picking a random martial arts body to try to possess and try to go, "Hi, I'm Lucifer." "Hi, I'm Goku." I'm the king of hell." "That's cool. You know, I actually went to hell once." "I'm going to kick your butt." "So am I." Goku versus Lucifer. Lucifer is down in less than 2 minutes. After the Sun Boys were finished eating, TC sent Gohan to study, and Goku met me in the same area to talk. "So, Missouri, is there something you want to talk to me about?" he asked me. I was a little apprehensive about how he'd take what I had to tell him. "It's Goku. Don't worry, he'll be fine. He probably wouldn't even care." "Oh boy, here I go. I came here from America to find my John's adopted son, who went missing about 12 years ago." "How? Why?" "The fic doesn't explain. Last week I was helping his 2 youngest sons get rid of a poltergeist in the store when their mother, Mary, had died. Something that was a big surprise to all of us was that Mary's spirit was in the house after 22 years. She asked Dean, the oldest, where his brothers were. His younger brother, Sam, was there with us. We didn't know who this other boy was. Mary said to the younger boy that she and her husband adopted 5 months before her death. They named him Eric Gabriel Winchester. You know, if you're going to give an American name like that, why not just try and do something with it? Try to be creative. Make the names that have the first 2 letters of Goku's actual name, or do something creative like that. Or they could just call him Zero. No, not that. We're never calling him Zero again. There were no adoption papers, because they found him in a space pod that crashed in front of them as they were traveling past a friend's farm. They kind of missed that other space pod that those 2 weirdos from Smallville picked up. Oh boy, a mess of hair and a monkey's tail. Was he properly removed? John and I were both reminded of Goku for this description. Chi-Chi looked at me like I grew a second head, while Goku was slack-jawed in shock. "Yeah, here's why. Oh my god! Where did you get that brownie?" Mistake. My husband has lived in Shikyu all his life. It appeared Chi-Chi knew I was implying that Goku and Eric Winchester were the same person. She continued, "An old martial artist named Gohan adopted him. I've known Goku since we were 12 years old. I'm very sorry, but my Goku can't be this Eric person." You want to know what attracted me to this fic the first time? Allow me to read the description after I'm done. I was going to leave. Her husband had other plans. "Sir, could you wait here while I talk to my wife?" I smiled and nodded my head. It was a very good feeling that Goku believed me. "Of course, Goku. Take your time." And I'm going to stop there. You know, okay, here's the reason why I read this fic. Allow me to read to you the description set out here and see why I'm a little miffed. Saiyan Winchester by Sailor Ball 87. What if Kakarot was adopted by the Winchesters instead of Grandpa Gohan? Sir, he had the same history as Sam and Dean, but how different would his life be? Well, apparently, according to this writer, his life wouldn't be so different, as apparently the author decided to instead actually explore this idea to its fullest decided to send Goku back to Chiku anyway and have him live the rest of his life as normal anyway. So, to answer the question, there is no difference apparently. So what I say is bullcrap. Yeah, there would be loads of differences. As I pointed out, I would love to see little 12-year-old Goku take down a werewolf like it was nothing. Granted, again, having Goku in Supernatural would be having God mode on. And considering the fact that God is an actual character in Dragon Ball, it's an actual character in Supernatural, yeah, having Goku actually pound darkness into oblivion would actually be hilarious because, darkness would be all like, I'm darkness, I'm pure evil. Hi, I'm Goku, I'm gonna punch you in the stars. What? Because remember, if you watch Dragon Ball, unless your name is Zeno, God is just a title and just another thing for you to punch.
What about Beerus?
Beerus is also something you can punch, but Zeno is the Omni King. He created the multiverse, and he can actually wipe you from existence if he wanted.
Was he the guy in Dragon Ball Super that took, I should say, God mode, like it wasn't even shit?
No, his name is Jiren. Anyway, Goku, and I would love to see Sam and Dean's reactions, and who knows, maybe Goku would have become just a wee bit smarter while working under John, Sam, and Dean. But nope. Instead of exploring this idea, this fake decided, nope, I'm just instead going to follow the exact same plot of the first few episodes and move on there. And I just read ahead on this fic. Instead of once again continuing to explore this idea of Sam and Dean working together with Goku, the author decided to just rip off the basic first few episodes of Dragon Ball Z anyway! Gods! So, the only difference is, apparently Sam and Dean are going to be training under Master Mutant Roshi! That idea, a little interesting, but knowing that we're still going to go for the same steps as the Saiyan saga is hurting me! Shoot! I would love to see Sam work together with Bulma. That would be an interesting idea. Then see if Sam can convince Bulma to wish that her soulmate was there at that very moment.
I cannot give you the perfect boyfriend, Bulma. That idea cannot happen.
Fine, Eternal Dragon. I wish my soulmate was here right now. Boom! I got it to you. What? You people may laugh, but that's an actual fanfic. I wish I could find it, because I would so read it. Because that thing was awesome to look at. But I digress. I digress in my insanity. Can't really say much about the characters because right now it does starting to feel like a little bit like Goku's out character. He's acting way too smart. But still, I think I proved the point here, Twilight's point here. I think I actually proved Frixie and Mine's point. Yeah, we fanfic writers will cross over anything if the idea's insane enough. The problem is making it decent. One down, thousands more to go. I'll see y'all next time.